Did that bounce off my head?
Right.
Question time.
Any advice on how to stay calm before the operation?
For me, it was making sure I had things from home to comfort me. I brought my favourite pillow, and I also made sure that I wrote lots of questions down to ask my surgeon just before to make sure that I'd covered everything.
I think mine was, well, I know that mine was just remembering while I was doing it, like it is going to be a scary time before, waiting to go down, waiting for your turn, it is scary, but just remember while you're doing it and just keep thinking about that. Try and stay as calm as possible, and if you do feel worried or concerned, just ask to speak to the nurses or your surgeon again.
I would. What can you expect to feel like after the operation?
You've been hit by a bus.
That is exactly it, and it's completely normal. Go back to sleep and see how you feel in a couple of hours.
Some people, they do experience pain in their shoulder, which is wind pain from where they've had to expand your stomach to get in to do the surgery, but that will subside after a couple of days, and you will then start to realise that it's actually the best thing you've decided to do.
I'd say the first 24 hours are the worst. Once them 24 hours are up, it gets better and better and better, and you'll be absolutely fine.
Any advice on those worries about loose skin? Is skin removable necessary?
Skin removal is personal preference. I feel a pressure when I see other people having their skin removed, but I am comfortable in my skin. I'm a lot more comfortable these days than I was before I had my surgery.
I think for me, there's two chapters to the journey, isn't it? It's losing your weight, and to concentrate on that first, and don't focus on loose skin. Make sure you've stayed on your journey and you've plateaued for a long time, because what you don't want to do is rush in and have it done and then you still lose weight. They say 2 to 3 years, don't they?
Yeah.
Wait 2 to 3 years before you have it done. It's not very warm, that fire.
Any advice for the liquid and puree stage?
Go for flavour. So with me, with the liquid, I just went for strong flavours, because then I felt full and I felt satisfied.
A lot of people tend to try and go for just shakes, but I found that it was really easy to have maybe a shake for breakfast and then have something savoury for lunch and dinner. So maybe like a soup or a broth, blend chicken or blend tuna.
And definitely mix it up, because otherwise it will get boring, and then you'll try and do more. But don't just keep it simple, but mix it up.
Okay, top items to take into the hospital.
So my top item would always be, and I say this to everybody, a V pillow, because it really helped me. It kept me comfortable on the bed. It keeps you sat upright as well.
Mine would be oversized nighties that are easy to pull on over, so you're not struggling when you put your incisions and stuff, and a dressing gown and slippers. I took magazines, but I found I slept the whole time really, so for me it was the pillow, the dressing gown and slippers, and the nighties, comfy nighties are a
Anything
must.
comfortable, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Top tips around Christmas, especially when it comes to food.
Try to have small little tastes of everything so that you don't feel like you're missing out, but don't overeat them, because obviously they will make you poorly.
Don't feel pressured because everyone else is eating lots. Just do what you feel is right for you. Drink sensible.
I know, you're asking the worst person ever here. Enjoy yourself, have a nice Christmas.
Right, what are the foamies and how can you avoid them? The foamies happen when you eat too much
Or too quickly.
and your body starts to produce excess saliva.
And because you've got a small stomach, it has nowhere else to go.
So the best way to try and avoid that is to manage your portions.
And eat slowly.
Did that bounce off my head? What's your opinion on Healthier Weights community, and why do you think it's important?
I think it's important because you've got a lot of people that can support you that have been through the same or similar and will be going through your journey with you as well. And if you're linking it, say, towards Christmas, it's good because you've got people there to help you in terms of if you're concerned about what you can have for Christmas dinner, how you should go forward with it, and how you can do your day basically without feeling overwhelmed.
Healthier Weight has actually created a nice little community anyway itself. Like there is a bariatric one, but having this little one, it's nice and it's very supportive.
It is, yeah.
Any advice for hitting a weight loss stall?
My advice for hitting a stall would be to maybe strip it back to basics, write things down, keep a food diary. Yeah, just strip it right back to basics, maybe track your protein, make sure you're having enough water.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Whenever I hit a weight loss stall in my journey, I always looked to my fluids first. Was I hitting my 2 litres a day? And was I getting enough protein? Just trust the process, take your time. There's no rush.
No.
This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yeah, the stall will break. You just need to make sure you have enough fluids, track your protein, and it'll move again.
Tips on how to maintain your weight loss when you've reached your goal. So for me personally, I'm about 3 years out of my operation. I got to my goal, and I plateaued for a long time. But now I do fluctuate. I have 3 or 4, well, about 5 pounds either side where I'm happy with. So I will put on a couple of pounds, I will lose a couple of pounds. For me personally, I'm happy with that, and I know when I put weight on, I will work really hard then to get it back off. But it's not beating yourself up. You're human, you're not always going to stay flat-o. You are going to put a pound on or you're going to lose a pound.
So for me, I've hit my target weight and I just feel like my body's naturally comfortable at the weight that it's at. I'm not doing anything massively to try and maintain. I do add an extra snack in at lunchtime, like after lunch, sorry, in the afternoon, and I just find that it's helping. It's just at a level that it likes to be at.
Why do you have an extra snack? What does that?
Because you don't want to lose any more weight.
No, I don't want to lose any more weight, and it's trying to get more protein in. So the snack is usually a protein snack, something that's going to help keep my protein levels up.
Keep focused and remember how far you've come on your journey, which I quite often remind myself, like I probably don't give myself enough credit sometimes in myself, is remember how far you've come, how well you've done, and it's normal, it's fine.
Some people can feel lost once they've reached their goal weight, as weight loss surgery is one of the only things that they've thought about for a long time. Do you have any ideas on how to battle this feeling?
So this was the question that I got asked a lot, and I find difficult myself.
Do you feel that way?
Yeah, because weight loss is something that I and other people that have spoke to me, it's the only thing you thought of since however old, 16, 18, whatever. Now you're at your goal and it's like, well, what do I think about next? And I think possibly that might be why people turn to plastic surgery so quickly, because it's their next chapter.
Yeah. I think if you feel lost once you get to the kind of the end of your weight loss journey, I think it's a good idea to think about all the things that you didn't do because you were overweight, and then work through maybe starting to do those, making a list and then ticking them off. And also, if you're within the weight loss community, there's usually people that you've bonded with. Start to do more things that you probably wouldn't have done when you were bigger with them. So for example, go on like an adventure day to a jump park or go ape or something like that. Just think about all those things that you've never allowed yourself to do and start doing them. Start living life.
I mean, I feel like this because I've got to where I want to be now, but that's a really good point actually. The whole point of having this operation was to enjoy life. So just go and enjoy life.